Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and it is wonderful to see you all this evening. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to request any special intention for healing. We're going to start things off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. If you are watching this as a video replay and you want to skip ahead to the Reiki healing itself, start about at the 1 hour mark or where you see the lights begin to shift, and it'll begin there. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. It's wonderful to see you again, and thank you so much for the ongoing support. For those of you who are moms, happy Mother's Day. For those of you who this is a really tender day, lots of love to you. I'm in the latter of the two, so I totally understand. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm glad that you're here, and we are going to feel so much better as we continue on with the Reiki. So let's go ahead, dive in, take a peek at the grid in progress, and start putting some crystals in. Oh, awesome. Good to see you all. I'm going to get this out of your way here. There we go. Apologies for the traveling shadow. The new camera arrives tomorrow, so we won't have to deal with that anymore. It'll be all right. We'll get by. Thank you for for understanding, as all of you always do. Such a wonderful, wonderful crew. So yeah, let's dive in. Also, if you are interested in Reiki, I did just announce all of my live online Reiki classes from now through September. So if you want to check those out and make sure that you get a seat, I only seat 6 people per class. So go ahead over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com and you can learn all about it there. You can also schedule one-on-one distance healing and tarot readings with me there too. So let's go ahead and see who's in. JS, good to see you. Blue Sky, Jennifer, Dewey, welcome in. Susan, great to see you. T, Martha, Susan, and probably Greg with you. I don't know. Either way, hello to Greg and Susan. Chris, it's wonderful to see you too. Awesome. Let's dive in and get some crystals in. So we've got our usual copper spiral. This helps break up any energy blockages, getting the flow of energy going optimally. And I saw one for JS, request for supportive conflict resolution and supportive communication, as well as absolute joy. I love it. So let's do for conflict resolution. One of my favorites is actually aquamarine. Also, labradorite can help to some extent. It can calm disputes. So let's go ahead with some aquamarine. We often joke that this is the anti-Karen stone, but it's a lot more than that. So this works with all of the fluids in the body. It helps with the teeth and gums, and it's great for forgiveness, whether that forgiveness is based around I forgive you to give you another chance, or I forgive you so I can set myself free, whatever the case might be. Like I said, it also helps deflect pettiness and tends to also deflect people who are already aggrieved and looking for somebody to take it out on. So yeah, it's also a great may justice prevail kind of stone, which I think is good for Susan. And yeah, so let's go ahead and put this in. Aquamarine. And for, like I said, it calms disputes, labradorite. I got us some new smaller labradorite so that we have some more options on the grid, and they just happen to be heart-shaped, tiny little hearts here. So this is also great for workplace harmony, research and study, detailed attention to things, finding errors or like really detailed, looking for like needle in a haystack kind of stuff. Also fantastic for clairvoyance, which is spiritual sight. So this is labradorite. I start out with them pretty much evenly spaced, we end up doing better over the whole course of the grid making. There we go. So yeah, and labradorite also helps better sleep. And for the kind of softer communication, especially when it's about discussing something that's difficult, expressing things that are either difficult for you to say or difficult for someone to hear, this is blue lace agate. It works with the throat chakra and everything else that has to do with the throat. So if you have like a little tickle in your throat or a cough or a sore throat, also skin allergies, as well as even tension headaches to a point, this is a really beautiful and uplifting stone. So blue lace agate. Let's put some in there. And I hope everything goes well. For absolute joy, let's bring in some yellow calcite. This is optimism, self-confidence, everything that has to do with the sacral chakra, which is your center of self-identity and free will. Being motivated by what makes you happy in life rather than obligations or expectations put on by others. It's wonderful for holding and maintaining and setting boundaries, as well as any blockages around your solar plexus or your sense of self-identity. So this is yellow calcite. It's also one of the joy stones for certain. So we'll bring that in. So much optimism and joy. So we've also got, let's see, did anyone else come in that I missed? Okay, gotcha. All right, we're still cooking. Okay, so let's see. Lifestyle and life choices that don't leave me exhausted. Absolutely. So let's see. Okay, let's do these two. So the first I want to bring in is Larimer. Larimer can help with getting connected to your spiritual purpose, but even more so than just sort of going along with spiritual purpose, this is seeing how your unique spiritual purpose is exactly that, unique, individual, and it's not going to look like anyone else's path. It's going to look different, and this helps motivate you and support you as you kind of pioneer your own way, because that's exactly what we're all supposed to be doing. So this definitely helps. It also helps with having confidence in your path. So we're going to bring in some of this. So there is some Larimer. I also want to bring in some mahogany obsidian, which we've been leaning on a lot lately. It's kind of great. This is such a wonderful stone to work with. Mahogany obsidian helps to release perfectionism and any kind of need for approval, which also yellow calcite is wonderful for that. But this also helps with meeting goals and, more importantly, vitality and strength. So this can help you on your path as well. The vitality, the strength, and the meeting goals. It's also great for releasing anger and need for approval. So it does have a lot of overlap with the yellow calcite, but really love it. But yeah, anytime that you feel like you need validation from other people, this also helps to let go of that. So we'll go ahead and place this here and this one here. So that's mahogany obsidian. And I hope that that helps. Jennifer, looking good. Let's see. Better choices all around in alignment with your highest good. Absolutely, Blue Sky. Better choices all around in alignment with your highest good. That sounds like Chrysocolla to me. This absolutely has to do with making decisions for your highest good. Like, that's actually what I have noted on it. So let's bring that in. It also encourages you as you go along on your spiritual path. It can help you find new ways of getting creative, and that can help kind of move out nervous energy too. But yeah, making decisions that are very much in alignment with your highest good, Chrysocolla. It's this is a stone that's found close to other stones like malachite and azurite, nearest, usually close to veins and deposits of copper, which is kind of interesting. So let's go ahead and place this one. We're just going to put one right there because I think we're going to have we'll see how crowded the grid gets. I think we might be, part of me thinks we might be a small night because of the Mother's Day. And then another part of me thinks that might not impact us, but we'll see. But yeah, we'll put that here and we'll see if we add any more if there's room. But that'll definitely help. Jennifer, intentions getting out of West Philly ASAP forever. I totally understand. It's been a rough weekend out here. It's been a really rough weekend out here. It's been a really rough weekend out here. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Being less agitated all the time, which is largely dependent on the first thing, absolutely. And finding hope and joy again. Absolutely. I think that's a really beautiful way to do it. Like, yeah, I need to do this. Also, I want to find some hope. That's a really optimistic way to look at things. So for moving. Let's work with some tourmalinated quartz. This can help with a lot of different things. It's one of my more favorite stones as of late. So here, this is basically black tourmaline running through quartz, whether that quartz is clear or green or any color. But black tourmaline, and this is black tourmaline to give you an idea of what black tourmaline looks like all on its own. Oop, just throw that anywhere. Tourmalinated quartz is what happens when we get black tourmaline going through the quartz. And when that happens, black tourmaline on its own repels negative energy. It's a great stone for empaths and just anyone, really. But because black tourmaline repels negative energy when it's going through quartz in that way and kind of crisscrossing through it, it can really help with releasing nervous energy and breaking up patterns, including like patterns and habits and things that come from even childhood. It's also good for breaking up scar tissue, like on the body, in the body, and in the emotions, and in the mental state, and in all the places too. It helps with finding new jobs, gigs, passive income, revenue streams too. It's really good for helping you break up the status quo and see new opportunities, but it's also really great for fortune, luck, finding the best place for you. And it's also thought to be helpful for prevention of car accidents, quite randomly. So this can be helpful with like breaking up the patterns and getting where you need to go. And let's see. Hope and joy. Less agitated. Yeah. Let's bring in Dumotierite. This one helps situations that seem hopeless. It helps to relieve anger. If you're trying to change your habits and become more tidy, this is a stone to work with. It also works with patience as well as standing up for yourself. So it's wonderful for both. It's also great for ligaments, tendons, situations that seem hopeless, which I don't know about you, but living in this neighborhood, it's like, yeah, kind of feels that way. Yeah, also like Uranus-like energy, like chaotic kind of energy. But yeah, helps with releasing a lot of pent-up anger too. So hopefully this will help. This, of course, you know about, Jen, because they came from you. So if these are actually a gift from Jennifer's Crystal Shop, you can find my crystal shop at learnreikiphiladelphia.com, and you can find Jennifer's Crystal Shop at Belladonna Botanicals on Etsy, and I think you also have your own site. Either way, you're going to get, we have very different collections, and you're going to get good stuff either way. So support some women-owned local small businesses. Much appreciate you, and I hope that that helps. Hope and joy. I feel like snowflake obsidian. This can also help with releasing guilt, but it helps to calm overstimulation, brings balance to the mind-body-spirit connection, and it also can help with just balance in general, as well as serenity and peace, especially after a time of loss or tumult or just something unpleasant. Great for clairaudience, which is spiritual hearing. If you're someone who tends to hear spiritual guidance and you want to continue to work with that, snowflake obsidian is a great option. So let's bring this one in. There we go. So I hope that that helps. Lots of love to you, and lots of love to this neighborhood, because yeah. Yep. Healing for right side of the lower belly. Okay, gotcha. So and I also saw some requests in there for tummy troubles, like constipation and stuff, and this one can help with both. So this is Dalmatian jasper, and this is what happens when black tourmaline doesn't go through clear quartz, but rather jasper. So this helps to bring that breaking up energy around. It helps to clear our energy field. It aids cooperation, but it's great for, because you said right side of your lower belly, this might help with that. Everything along the digestive tract, and it does help clear energy from our energy field, so that might help too. We're gonna do, let's see. And we've also got pink tourmaline for all the other things that are in that part of the body. This helps with anything that is gynecologically related, any kind of GYN issues, period troubles, whether it's endometriosis, whether it's just sort of painful menses, anything. This can be really supportive. Also great for mom and baby bonding, as well as migraines, neuralgia, and even spinal injuries it's thought to be helpful for. So we'll bring this in. And lastly, I know we're going to bring this out, so I'm going to bring it out now because it's a good time for it, is emerald. This helps heal skin and tissue, including in the body. So whatever's going on, hopefully this brings some healing to it. Raw emerald is also great for the upper respiratory tract and breathing in general. It also helps to restore confidence about your appearance and help you feel a little bit more motivated towards success. So that is raw emerald. So I hope you feel better soon. Violet Integration, great to see you. Oh, the stone for GYN problems is pink tourmaline. I'll type it in the chat. It's a lot easier to see it written down than it is to, it's a lot easier to see it written down than it is to hear it from me saying it. But yeah, that one can be really helpful. Also, Unikite can be helpful. So let's see. But welcome in. Good to see you, Stacy. Grace, welcome in. Natalie, great to see you. Welcome back. Awesome. So let's see. Continued healing for surgery, nerve pain, court resolution, and family issues. Absolutely. Nerve pain, definitely the neuralgia and stuff can be pink tourmaline can help. I'm also going to bring in some Amazonite. This helps with the spine and spinal nerves. It's also great for self-care, especially for those people in our lives, and maybe it's you, that tends to think about everyone else before you think of yourself. This can be really helpful. It's also very calming. So this is Amazonite. It can also come in the like a darker blue with stripes of white, but that's Amazonite. So I'm hoping that will be helpful for you. For healing from surgery, emerald is helpful. Shungite and howlite. So howlite, and I know what your surgery was, and you did say hip, but white howlite is great for the joints, whether it's painful surgery, arthritis, whether it's, and just the bones too, not just the joints, whether it's a matter of calcium absorption and density and things like that. This really helps across the board. It's also great for things like dislocations and things like that. I use this a lot for, I have osteopenia, which is like a milder version of osteoporosis. It's like pre-osteoporosis. So this is one I work with, of course, along with my supplements and, you know, a diet and basically, you know, working with a doctor on it. It's also good for helping calm frustration, anger, and resentment, as well as stability and blessings. So this is howlite. Shungite is one we've been using quite a bit too, because there's so many of you that are going through surgeries right now. Shungite helps with physical recovery, with helping your body to repair the tissue internally and externally. It also helps to relieve stress, energy blocks, and emotional pain, all of which can come up around surgeries. It helps to clear the energy field as well, and it can also be wonderful for folks that tend to feel the energy of electronics in a way that's uncomfortable. It can help kind of keep that at bay. So this is Shungite. So that'll help with recovering from surgery in general, and I believe I saw that as a request for violet integration. So we'll put that there. And for arthritis, depends on if it's osteoarthritis, howlite can help. Hey, Vincent. But in general, one of the better stones for arthritis is actually thought to be blue lace agate. Also good for fractures. But yeah, if it's osteoarthritis, like arthritis of the bones and things, definitely howlite. If it's like more psoriatic, it depends on where the damage is going, kind of thing. So I hope that helps. But let me know if you have any other questions. And you're welcome, Stacy. And Fiat Luna, it's great to see you. The kittens are doing great. Amazonite and Chrysocolla. Man, you're right on time. Yep, we've got both Amazonite and Chrysocolla. We're all feeling the vibes. Marcella, welcome in. And that's a great question. In general, I would say howlite, blue lace agate, and there's a couple of other good ones. Let me see. Aquamarine can be helpful for the bones and things too. And for pain and inflammation, if that's part of it, lapis. Lapis can be great for pain and inflammation. I hope that that helps. Okay. Make sure I'm not skipping anybody. Nerve pain, gotcha. Court resolution, family issues. So aquamarine's helpful for may justice prevail, and sapphire is great for speedy justice. So this is raw sapphire. These were not cut in this shape. This is the natural shape of sapphire. It forms in this shape, which is wild. But yeah, this is a stone I generally think of more in alignment with channeling, because it's really powerful for that. It can help us to deepen the channel if we're like bringing through messages for someone. It's also great for, like I said, speedy justice, to protect and help the thyroid. It's supposed to be supportive of dementia as well as eyes and ears, and in general, feeling that healing energy of the angels nearby. So that is sapphire. And I'm going to bring in some carnelian. This helps with relationships of all kinds, family, all of it. This is very much connected with the sacral chakra, which is how we relate to other people. So all the relationships we have, family, romantic, coworkers, colleagues, our community, our neighbors, all of it. It's also superb for sexuality, sexual function and dysfunction, fertility, and even calling in a romantic partner. It's also helpful for allergies, cold, and wound healing, which it sounds like a lot of you could really use that. And it can also help with, if you ever feel like sort of apathetic towards things, this can kind of help light a fire a little bit. So carnelian. Cool. And I hope you are doing well. Lots of love to you. Gotcha. It's good to see. I think I saw. Oh, it's Korakar. Awesome. Okay. I will get to your request soon too. So, Martha, gold tiger eye, black onyx citrine, smoky quartz amethyst, So amethyst is very helpful for being, owning up to our promises, living up to our word, and self-responsibility, also connecting in spirit, This is a stone that can help you to work through self-improvement journeys of any kind. It helps you to really stick with it, but at the same time not be too hard on yourself. It helps you also to start to learn and maintain boundaries. Like, I'm going to own the things that are my responsibility, and I'm not going to own the things that are not my responsibility. So it's also very often linked with recovery. So drugs, alcohol, even compulsions too. So I'm going to go ahead and put it just underneath the aquamarine. Smoky quartz is great for protection and calming worry. It also helps to break up energy blockages. And it can be from this slightly smoky, like just slightly darker than clear, all the way to like an almost black color. And this was used all the way back into the Middle Ages to protect property. It was thought to protect against thieves. So there is smoky quartz. And moonstone is very much related to labradorite, but it's a very different vibe. It's got a lot of overlap in vibe, but it's definitely a different stone. So moonstone helps us to connect with the moon. So lunar cycles and the cycles of nature, rhythms and patterns of nature. It helps with connection to the divine feminine, as well as ancient wisdom, especially ancient spiritual wisdom, and women's health as well. It's very protective of travelers, and it's thought to help attract love as well. So this is moonstone. It's also wonderful for intuition. So let's go ahead and place this under the labradorite, actually. There we go. Okay, cool. And I'm going to keep working in the other stones that you requested as we go through it, like I do with Chris's. Okay. Okay, so we have howlite and amazonite in there for Chris's sister. Okay, good stuff, Natalie. Yeah, we have aquamarine for justice, and we have sapphire for justice. Oh, thank you for asking about Heart's hubby. Oh, thank you. Intention of healing from surgery and serenity, absolutely. And getting motivated and organized. Okay. So lapis helps with, as I mentioned, pain and inflammation, but also it helps to shift your tendencies away from disorganization. It does help you get organized. It's also great for vertigo, hearing loss, and in general, integrity. It's helpful for moving up in your career, in cultivating that integrity, and also working with people who have integrity. So we'll bring this in. And garnet is also helpful for organization and courage, as well as creativity, practicality, finding balance. It's a stone that really helps us to have like that executive function on point. It basically helps us to see everything and say, okay, what's the best way to do this? What's the way to do this that'll take the least amount of time and effort and things like that. But very much organized and practical. So garnet will help with that. And for motivation, one of my favorite motivation stones is polychrome jasper. Polychrome jasper helps to like reignite the soul's passion for things, which actually emerald does too. But this really helps break up any indifference. It brings a lot of self-confidence, and it's highly motivating. Also, for those of you that are having issues with like lower body, lower extremities, even arms too, but especially lower extremities, this helps with movement, physical movement, and the lower extremities. Also connected with the Earth Star chakra, which is an energy center that is beneath the root chakra. And it encompasses taking our soul's purpose and our spiritual purpose and making it actionable, like actually putting our feet down to the ground and doing the things we need to do to bring those things into fullness. So I hope that that's helpful for you. And we've got some, let's see, with garnet, I also like to add ruby, as requested by Martha. This is a stone that helps us to have the courage to be ourselves, and it is extremely helpful for management and leadership and having those skills and embodying those skills. So this is ruby, and just like sapphire, it naturally forms in these wonderful shapes. So I'm going to actually put that near garnet. Sunstone can also be really helpful. This is one that helps us to, in a very powerful way, see the biggest possible goal for ourselves. Sometimes when we're setting goals or thinking about what we want to do in the future, we sell ourselves short. We just don't think of ourselves as being capable or as capable as we really are. This is one that helps us to see our true selves, helps us to see that we did not come here to play small, and helps us to make sure we don't sell ourselves short. So this is sunstone. I'm just going to put that one here and this one here. Actually, yeah. Put those there for now. Coricar, oh, a head cold. Oh no. Carnelian is in there, which is helpful. Let's also get some moss agate in there. Yeah, here's some moss agate. This is great for whatever kind of illness you have running through your body. It can be very, very helpful. It's also deeply spiritual. It helps us feel connected with the earth, and it also helps us with inner child work as well as higher self work and connection to spirit. So that is moss agate. So hopefully this will help your body kick what it needs to kick. And for upper respiratory stuff, we have emerald in there too. Feel better. Grace is requesting some rose quartz. Great week, self-love, and health. Love it. So let's definitely do that rose quartz. Rose quartz makes it a lot easier for us to let go of what no longer serves, because it's a very consistent, immovable almost level of supportive, loving care. It's just judgment-free love. That makes it a lot easier for us to let go of the energy that no longer serves, because it's like, oh wait, there's something better to take its place. Sure, let that in. So rose quartz. Let's put those here and here. Let's even do that. Yeah, that seems to, it's like floating. Self-love and health. We will get to that too. Let's do self-love and self-care, definitely Amazonite. Health in general. I usually think, when I think health in general, I think oftentimes shungite. I'm also going to go ahead and there's a lot of good like general health stones. Let's go ahead and bring in some tree agate. This is a great general health stone along with moss agate. So this is a stone that is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science of yoga, and it's thought to help clear, balance, and harmonize the nadi, which are the rivers through which energy flows in the body. So it's thought to be helpful and healing on all levels physically. So I'm going to bring this in for you. There we go. So lots of that, and yeah, I hope you have a great week ahead too. Let me know if there's any other stones you want me to put in for you. It's good to see you. Hey, heart. Oh, that's awesome, heart. Something to pull out energy from others. Something to love ourselves unconditionally, and also blue apatite. I love that. Blue kyanite for unconditional self-acceptance, which can definitely help self-love. It's also great for understanding spiritual guidance and neurological issues. So that is blue kyanite. But yeah, this is a wonderful one for seeing yourself as being absolutely lovable exactly as you are. And like I said, it can help you to understand spiritual messages, whether you're a tarot reader or whether you just sort of get those hunches. It's good for all of the above. Pull out energy from us, from others. I have Dalmatian jasper and shungite in there, and they really do a great job of clearing our energy field, as does rutilated quartz. I also have, to protect our energy, smoky quartz, as well as red tiger eye and black onyx. Black onyx is great for also grounding fear and anxiety, helping to process grief, even very, very deeply held grief. And it's also great for connecting with our ancestors and their energy, and for helping to release self-doubt and get some self-esteem back. So this can be helpful. That's black onyx. Red tiger eye is really helpful for protection, and it's highly protective. This is one that can be protective whether it's mundane stuff like bullying, triangulating, gaslighting, picking on, mind games. Also, black onyx is good for that too. It's also good for like malevolent spiritual work too. So this is red tiger eye. Also can be really helpful for calling in quick money. So red tiger eye. And I'm also going to put in golden tiger eye, which is, when we think of tiger eye, that's probably the first one that pops to mind, is that kind of brown and gold kind of colors. Golden tiger eye can be superb for study and research, especially alongside labradorite. Very protective. It also helps to protect against envy and jealousy. It helps with strength, balance, courage, big picture thinking, and it's often considered an entrepreneurial stone for that reason. It gives that boldness, that courage, the ability to like do that research and see all the information that's relevant and to see the big picture and make big decisions. So there we have golden tiger eye. Next, let's bring in some abundance, because we can all use that. We'll bring in some citrine and some pyrite. Citrine is definitely one that helps attract finances, financial gain, and helps us to make really good financial decisions. It's also wonderful for balancing logic with intuition. It helps with things like fibromyalgia as well as nausea, addictions, and compulsions. But yeah, great for calling in financial abundance. Let's go ahead and actually just, let's just put some of these in here. Pyrite is also great for calling in money. Fool's gold brings the real gold. It's very protective while also helping us to connect to our intuition. It helps to protect the brain and memory. It's great for fevers as well as the lungs. And it's thought to assist with like the side effects of radiation treatment. So this is pyrite or fool's gold. Bloodstone is one of my favorite emotional first aid types of stones. It also goes by the name heliotrope, so if you're looking it up in books, it could be under either one. It's a deep green with just little spots of red in it. This is great for lifting despair. If you have something that's going to be like long-term emotional heaviness, it gives you that stamina and perseverance to keep at it, to keep going through whatever it is you're going through. It helps to relieve self-doubt and can also aid in relaxing the mind so you can have a more fruitful meditation. So that is bloodstone. Let's do and Mookaite can help with accepting change and making decisions. It's also great for calming down digestion. And if you're struggling with something like a UTI, it's great for bladder pain. So we're going to bring this in. This one also has two names, Mookaite as well as Australia jasper. So let's go ahead and place that here. Awesome. For real estate, being a realtor. Yeah. This is going to be Also for abundance, for lots of us, for Jennifer, for me, this is often considered like the merchant stone. I'm just going to show you it with this example. Those red spots are what's called cinnabar. Be very careful with cinnabar. It is mercury. It is very toxic, which is why I'm not holding it by those red pieces. Usually if you purchase it online today, what you'll get is this. It's mostly other stone, but with those little tiny inclusions of cinnabar or mercury. And it is excellent for manifesting customers. So in your case, it would be people looking to purchase a house or people looking to sell their house and work with you. So this helps to attract customers to a business, like I said, long since considered a merchant stone, way before we realized how toxic it was. This stone is called cinnabar. It is not like cinnamon. Do not eat it. Do not grind it up and put it on your cake. Do not eat that. But I'll type it into the chat. It's cinnabar. But yeah, be very careful handling that. Oh, and blue apatite. I almost forgot. Blue apatite helps with a lot with our relationship with food, whether you seek to gain weight, lose weight, just eat better, or have a better relationship with food. If you eat out of stress or don't eat out of stress, whichever the case might be for you, it helps to also, if you're struggling to learn your soul's purpose, this can be really helpful. It also strengthens the aura, which prevents you taking on energy from other people. It helps deal with potentially hostile audiences or people around you, as well as harmony and peace. But most of all, because of the relationship with food, if that's something that's a big deal for you, this can be a wonderful stone to work with. And it's also great for communicating the feelings that might be attached to our issues with food. So blue apatite. Oop. Making a mess. Here I go. Spilling stuff, dropping things. There we go. And blue apatite. And we're gonna go, Chris had some really good requests and I want to make sure. Okay, good stuff. Chevron amethyst and hematite. Let's do hematite and herkimer. Hematite is very grounding, and it also helps us to relieve some energy from our body, especially just the regular energy that we use up and release without even thinking about it on a regular basis. Hematite, in a way, helps to connect us with the earth and allow that energy to flow down our legs, out our feet, reconnect with the earth where it can be recycled, renewed, and regenerated into something better. It's also very grounding. If you feel like you're very in the clouds and it's hard to be in your physical body and do your mundane things, this can be a wonderfully helpful stone. So I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to bring a piece. We have these here. So I'm going to bring these opposite our sunstone. Actually, I'm going to do this. And next I'll bring in iolite. Iolite is a stone that can help you with weight loss if that's a goal. It's also wonderful for money management, so making the most of the money that you do have, and also any kind of psychic sleep disturbances. So if you're finding yourself being very ungrounded, almost like scattered, this can be very, very helpful, especially if that scatteredness is keeping you up at night. It's great for clairvoyance, shamanic work, visionary meditation. Beautiful stone for that. So we will bring this in. Iolite. Okay. Chevron amethyst, and I love that Chris is into this because Patty and Key are also into this one. This is a stone that helps us to connect with the divine and kind of send up our manifestations, our wishes, and our messages to spirit, and then also open us up to better hear that return. So it's great for channeling, shamanic journeying, visionary meditation, doing any kind of clairaudience, that as well. Any kind of deep spiritual work like that. Also thought to be great for tolerance of others and for dealing with degenerative diseases. So that is Chevron amethyst. Let's see, where shall we place you? Herkimer is very much a great complement to Chevron amethyst. I think they work together really, really well. This one helps with manifesting in a very grounded way, in a very practical way, and in a very high level way. So this, first of all, helps us to be in the present moment and to also relax. It helps harmonize discordant energy. It brings in a lot of balance, intuition, and it's lovely for all of those things. And when we manifest with it, it can additionally help us to put almost like the highest level spirituality on it. Like, as I manifest this, may it impact everyone that it touches positively. May this be mutually helpful for everyone that this impacts. It's great for metabolism too. So Herkimer diamond, which is actually a clear quartz, and it is generally found in the Herkimer, New York region. And they come out of the ground just like this. These are not cut in that shape. There we go. We've got labradorite, we've got blue kyanite, we've got sapphire, we got rose quartz, we got carnelian, we got moonstone. Let's do some aragonite and Caribbean blue calcite. So this is two different kinds of calcite in one. And we talked a little bit about the Earth Star chakra earlier when we were talking about polychrome jasper. But this works with not only the Earth Star chakra, but the Soul Star chakra. So the Soul Star is above the crown. That's the highest spiritual version the highest version of our soul's purpose that's possible in this moment. The people, the places, the things, what you'll do to get there, and all of those possibilities is above the crown in this sort of like spiritual North Star type chakra. And that's what the blue connects with. The tan and brown is the aragonite, and that connects with the Earth Star, and that's beneath the root, connects with actually doing the things you need to do to move towards your spiritual and soul's purpose. So that can, when we have that in alignment with our soul star, obviously that's really impactful for living our soul's mission, moving along with our dreams. But it also helps to balance all of the other energy centers in between. So all of the chakras, the nadis in between, as well as the kundalini, which lays dormant dormant at the base of the spine. So this can be helpful for all of that. So let's see. Make a little room. Go. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. So I have 800 subscribers now. Yay! Thank you. Your hubby just subscribed so we could make it an even 800. Thank you, everyone. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. I am 200 subs away from hitting 1,000 subscribers, and that's when I'll be able to open up a whole bunch more things on the YouTube channel. Like we'll be able to do memberships with special perks. We'll be able to do like super chats and stuff like that if you wanted to do them. No pressure, but there's just a lot more we could do on your end as well as my end. So you're also supposed to have 4,000 watch hours. We have totally trounced that. We're up to, you're supposed to have 4,000 watch hours. We have over 9,000 watch hours. Thank you. All of you so much. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Catherine, welcome in. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Prudence Jane, it's wonderful to see you. Yeah, any other requests, let me know. Oop, just warning about the sirens. Also, let's see what we have to help bring about a great week. And maybe I have some fun stones. I know what we can do. Thank you so much for the 800 subscribers. That's awesome. Yeah, this group of people is super amazing. This is like lightning in a bottle. I'm so blessed with all of you. I love logging on and doing this. This is like, I look forward to this all day. Like, I love my job and I still look forward to doing this all day. And my job is doing Reiki. So, absolutely adore it. Thank you all so much. Yay! I appreciate it. Happy I'm not a Mother's Day for me, with 2 sleeping kitties like hanging around, and appreciate you all. I'm going to go ahead and do that thing where I pick a couple of stones, you all vote on them, and then we will put them in the grid because we know how the vote goes. I'll quickly explain what Reiki is, how it works while you're voting. Then we're going to get into the healing. You rock with rocks. I love it. Thank you. You also shared with some of your friends the link because at the beginning of the session we were at 798 and you wanted me to have a round amount of subscribers. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Heart. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yay! Awesome. Okay, let me think of some really good stones for us to vote on. Both. It's true. I am the mother of Gertie and Hattie. It's true. And I grew up in a daycare center, so I raised a lot of other people's kids when I was a kid, which is why I grew up and said, I'm done. I'll have cats, thank you. What shall we add? Oh, I wanted to add this to, because someone had asked, I think it was Marcella Flores. You had asked about the stone that was good for like period stuff and GYN stuff. Pink. It's just like big pieces of pink tourmaline in stone. And the pink tourmaline is softer than the stone around it, which is why it is kind of hard to find, and it's really sought after because finding bigger pieces with good clarity is hard for jewelers. But these are what it looks like when you take the little pieces out. So just wanted to put that out there. Speaking of Hattie, she may join us. I think I have. We're already voting. I love it. Anyone who's new here, you're not limited to just one vote. Check out the chat. So, one is one that I don't think I've ever used with all of you before. So, this will be fun. So, this was actually given to me by one of the other teachers of integrated energy therapy. I teach that. It's an angelic type of energy healing. It's different from Reiki, but it's a great complement to it. And we basically, it's like Reiki is very decentralized, even Usui Reiki. IET is like a registered trademark system, so everybody kind of works together. And this was a gift from one of the other master instructor trainers, so she's even above me. She came in, she's from Florida, and she had a whole bunch of different things for people to choose from as gifts, and this is the one I picked. This is what happens when lightning strikes wet sand, and it basically creates a stone, and it's shaped kind of like a heart. And I really love it. So there's this, because I just love the idea of water and electricity and this cataclysmic moment, and like nature gives us a heart. I don't know which way it looks more like a heart, but it looks like a heart both ways. The other is a clear quartz point, really beautifully carved. This is carved by a person. This did not form in this shape. Clear quartz helps to amplify other stones around it, and if it's carved in a particular direction, it can be used to move energy in that direction. When it's pointed up in something like the middle of a crystal grid, or if you put something like a pointed stone over your manifestation, like if you're listing things you're asking the universe for, or your if you do like the collage style of it, vision boarding, you can put this on your vision board with the same intention. It takes your intentions and sends them up really powerfully. So I'll put this in as, we have the heart, but this, if I put this in the middle, you can also kind of ask, set a wish or an intention and ask the crystal to carry it up too. So, the green stone at the top is Chrysocolla. Thank you, T. Chrysocolla definitely helps us to make decisions in alignment with our highest good and aligned with our spiritual highest purpose. It also really encourages us to live our soul's purpose too. So very encouraging stone. And I'm actually going to say that we have some room, so I'll add one more. If I can find the Chrysocolla. I'm going to go ahead and chat a little bit about what Reiki is, how it works for anyone who might be new and wondering. And then we're going to get into the healing. So definitely go ahead and vote. You're not limited to just one vote. Hintity hint, hint, hint. And if you haven't hit the like button already, please consider doing so. It very much helps the channel. Thank you so much for bringing me to 800 subscribers. I deeply appreciate it. I'm going to bring in a little bit more Chrysocolla. There we go. Okay. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Usui Reiki for over 14 years now. The term Reiki has become like a general catch-all term for energy healing. Usui Reiki is a more specific type. It's basically a method that's named after its founder, Mikao Usui, who created this particular structure in the early 1920s in Japan. And it's deeply, deeply spiritual, but also very secular. You can bring whatever understanding of spirituality that you have to it. And that was very necessary for what was going on in Japan at the time, and a big part of why it resonates with us so much in the West. And so what is this energy part? Well, the best way to explain the energy at the foundation of Usui's system is to look at Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything has a soul. You, me, whatever you're sitting on at the moment, the animals, the trees, the plants, everything has a soul. And all of those souls are interlinked. The concept is that when spiritual forces are also active through that interconnectedness, and we can find different forces that are there at play to support us. One of which is a spiritually guided soul energy or life force energy. And that's what Reiki actually translates to, spiritually guided soul energy. It's thought that this energy is flowing through and is available to everyone and everything everywhere all the time. It's running through us without us even paying attention or noticing it. Essentially, what I'll be doing tonight is connecting to this energy using Usui's techniques in the Usui Reiki system and directing more of it to you. So normally your body, mind, and spirit is working with this energy to bring about the greatest healing and balance it can moment to moment. This will essentially provide your body, mind, and spirit with even more of that. So your body, mind, and spirit can do even more to help support you. During the session, I will turn the lights down. You will notice the lights moving slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I'll turn the music up if you want to learn more about the musical creator. She is linked at the bottom of the description. And I will send for 25 minutes. At the end, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll invite you to take a few deep breaths and you can come back to the space that you're in. I'll reopen the chat. You can ask any questions or share any experiences that you feel inclined to share from your session. During the session, you may feel physical energy, like physical sensations in your body. You may notice some emotions come up or be released. Mentally, you may be able to parse some things out or process some things you've been having some difficulty with, or even hear your subconscious. Spiritually, you may have intuitions or just sudden clarity on things. You may also have a really beautiful nap, but your session is probably going to be some combination of all of those things together. During the session, you don't have to do anything. I usually suggest that you just find the most comfortable place that you want to be in, sitting up, lying down, eyes closed, eyes open, doesn't matter. You can be still or move around. You can get on the floor and stretch it out if you want to. You can journal if you feel it. Whatever works. This is your time for taking care of yourself. So enjoy this time as you would like. And you don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. Just simply be. And if you feel like you're getting distracted or if you're not quite sure, just take a deep breath in and out. It'll bring you right back into the session and things will continue to flow. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It's an honor and a privilege to share this healing with all of you. If you like what I'm doing here, you can learn to do it too, and I can teach you. Go ahead over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. The links are in the description below. And you can learn more about my live online Reiki certifications, one-on-one distance sessions, and tarot readings, and all the other good stuff about me, including my crystal shop. So thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead over back to the vote, see what won, gee, I wonder. And yeah, we'll take it from there. Thank you for being here. Let's enjoy some Reiki tonight. Awesome. For finding a job and for selling real estate. Yeah, absolutely. We've got the tourmalinated quartz, which helps with earning money, side hustles, jobs, gigs, all of that. And for finding customers, we have absolutely Cinnabar. Cool. So we're going to say, oh, look, both of them, both crystals won. Gee, that never happens. It always happens. So let's go ahead and do this. And put this right here. That looks really pretty. Thank you, everyone. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Happy Sunday to all of us where it's still a little bit of a tender situation, whether we have, you know, no mom or no kids, or you're me and both are applicable. It's all good. And I'm grateful that you're here. So go ahead, get comfy. I'm going to turn that music up, send that Reiki to you, and I will see you all in about 25 minutes. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly return to your body. If you find it helpful, you can stretch, move, or bend. And when you're ready, the chat is open. Feel free to ask any questions or share any experiences. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege to share this healing with all of you. And a hattie cat jumped in my lap as I was sending. Oh, thank you, Martha. I'm so glad it was. Hey, you want to say hi? Oh, girl. Here, you can go back in my lap. You're so welcome, Natalie, and yours is too. Thank you so much for all the positive feedback in the comments, too. You're so welcome, Blue Sky. Good to see you. You're welcome, Dewey. I am here 5 times a week, same times, and same days each week. My next live stream will be Tuesday at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. Thank you, Chris. I'm so glad it was. All the best to you and your sister. You're so welcome, Catherine. You have a great night, too. And everyone, I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. Thank you, Susan. And you're so welcome. You're welcome, Heart. Lots of love to you and your husband and your children, your whole family. Yes, she is the perfect helper. Indeed. Oh, she's even still purring. Yes, you are. So as most of you know, these kittens were fosters. I fostered a litter of 3 kittens with ringworm, and I had them quarantined in my bathroom, and they had known little of life outside of a very small cage at the shelter, and they were terrified of everyone. And I brought them into the bathroom. I opened up the carrier, and when they finally did make it all out of the carrier, just purrs, nothing but purrs, lots and lots of purrs for days. They kept on purring. They still purr. So after everything they were through, being, having to get dipped in sulfur lime 3 times a week, they were still sweeties. And when they got healthy, I found a home for one and ended up keeping the other 2 because they were bonded. So, yep. Yeah. Good girl. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Have a good night. As I said, I will be back on Tuesday at 8 p.m. And for those of you who are having a good Mother's Day, I hope it continues being great. For everyone that it's sensitive, know that you are enough and you are loved. And we're happy to have you here. Oh, thank you, Stacy. That's really sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Please feel free to come back anytime. Everyone here is as lovely as it seems. It's a really supportive group. So just come as you are. Support you right where you're at. Thank you all so much, new folks and returning folks. And as always, Reiki we're all interconnected. So if ever you need a session and I'm not live, go ahead and check out the past healing live streams playlist. Pick a healing that looks right to you by the grid and the thumbnail, and enjoy anytime. It's always there for you. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your evening and a beautiful week ahead. Take care. I hope to see you again soon, and bye for now.